Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Mixed Media Mayhem, and today, as you're watching this, I will be on my second day in the UK, and it's also it's time for my design team post for Dotty About Flair, so this may be it, or if timing allows, because Adam and I will be getting ready for the Dotty About Flair crop that is going to be in Cheshire tomorrow, so may not have time for the live. So if that's the case, then this is my Dotty About Flair design team post as well. And for Mixed Media Mayhem, the three items or techniques that we're choosing, that we're all working with this week, are distress inks or oxides, household item, and metallic splatters. And I picked these, and I had a completely different idea in mind when I thought of these, so this is going to be interesting. The household item I'm going to use is this steel pot scrubber, and it's brand new and clean, just took it out of the packaging, and I'm going to use it to create water reactivity with my distress oxides. I will be using an all oxides. I looked for a particular ink, distress ink, and I didn't find it, so I'm going to go with oxides. But the water reactivity is great with those. On white paper, sometimes I like to use the others. My metallic splatters are going to be this Heidi Swap Color Shine, which is in, it's called Amethyst, but it actually comes out kind of a really dark purple. And I'm going to apply it. I'll show you where. And then I've got this Nouveau, and I forget what color it's called, Sparkling Mimosa. And it's kind of a, it's gold, but it's sort of a different kind of gold. It's an orangey gold. So what I'm going to make an attempt to do, I'm using this sketch, which is from Crafty Templates, and it's part of the best of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And I'm using this kind of as a guide. I'm not following it exactly. I've got a heart template here that I have taped down, and I've taped everything down to my craft mat. This template is from, you get the template and the mask. It's from Redefine Creative, from Christina Sword, and it's so handy, and I use it all the time. I've got this one, the circle, and I believe the hexagon. But anyway, I digress. I will be using the heart shape. I don't have two round photos. I'm going to use this rectangular photo. And I'm going to use a car bumper sticker that I bought at the Kenny Chesney concert, which is pictured here. And the title of the page is going to be one of my favorite songs, which is When the Sun Goes Down. And I do not have the alphas here at the table that I'm planning to use. They are in a different part of the, well, actually they're in a different house altogether, because they were borrowed by someone who was here. I think they're the little bitty Obed Marshall round, like circular puffy letters. And if I can't make those work, I will find a gold, small font gold, but I'm not going to do that in the video. So let's start making a sunset. The sunset I'm going to try to create here is going to be based on this photo that we took in Honduras, in Roatan, in the year 2000. We had worked the entire year of 1999 trying to get our company's systems ready for the rollover to the year 2000. And we had there were only a few minor issues. In any case, in 1999, none of us took any vacation. So as soon as we'd gotten through the month of January and then into the first part of February, where we were actually processing things in the year 2000 and kind of fixed all the little tiny bugs and saw that there weren't any major issues, everybody took vacation. So we went to Roatan for, I think it was probably a little over a week. And there's a lot of things wrong with this photo, but the sunset isn't one of them. So I'm going to kind of try to do this by brushing on with my original Tim Holtz brushes, and then coming back and creating the little sun with this. So we'll see how things go. I want to draw something of a line where the water ends and the sky begins. And I'm not quite sure where I want that to be. I almost have to decide where the photos are going to be. The photo and what I originally pictured was that the photo would be right here and that the palm tree would be kind of down a little bit. And I think that would still be okay. The palm tree is actually in sand, and so, and if I have it kind of overlapping where the water is, I think that would be okay. This kind of goes against the sketch where both the heavy stuff is over here and then you've got a title there. My title's going to go around the heart, and I'm going to do my own thing anyway. So I'm going to say this is as good a place as any to draw my line. And I'm going to go ahead and do it with a black pen. And that line will hopefully get somewhat covered or blurred or something. Okay, so I'm going to keep this handy and kind of say what I've got here is vintage photo and seedless preserves to create the water. And I'm going to do the seedless preserves across here, and I will come back, and I've picked up some of the black, and that's perfectly okay because I want, there will be streaks, and I've got little hairs coming from the brushes. It's probably time to retire these brushes. Okay, and let me do something here. Gosh, it's going to be hard to do. I'm going to try. Okay, that's close enough. And then I'm going to do a little bit more in there like that. And then I'm going to kind of do some of this. And now I'm going to go back with the brush and kind of smooth some of that out. And then I'm going to add further texture to the water with my scrubber. So let's see how this works. And I did not test this before I came up with or after I came up with the idea. So this is first time doing it. And I'm using Vicky Bouton foundations paper, and I did not put any gesso on it. Okay, so there. And I think there is a fair amount of blue across there in places. So I'm gonna kind of add some of that to be picked up by the areas that are kind of showing through as white. Do that and just get a little bit of, I'm kind of painting with my inks here, and let me get a little bit of water right in here, and yes, there's some finger painting going on. And now that the blue's on there, I'm going to do another dab of that. And that's kind of enough, I think, of the my abstract sunset, or the abstract water part of the sunset. Okay, now the next piece I'm gonna do is the kind of pinkish part right in here, and I'm gonna use picked raspberry for that, and I'm gonna kind of have it go up a little bit right in here and up a little bit right in here. And then I'm going to use a lot of yellow right in here, and then the yellow will kind of go out there and then go above it, and then I'll do the blue on top of that. So picked raspberry, kind of going like this, and then it's going to pick up some of that purple and brown from the water. And that's good. I just kind of want it to sort of fade out like that. And now I'm going to, well, let's see. Now I think I will make the sun right now. And in this photo, it's a little above the horizon. I'm gonna kind of do it right there. And that's probably good enough. But let me get some yellow. I don't have, yeah, I do have a yellow. And this is gonna go and it's gonna turn some of that pink orange, which is what I wanted, and it's kind of why I don't have an orange picked here. And I'm going to try to figure out how to do the little streak down there. I may do it with this. Let's try that. I'm going to do it on the side. That works. I may need to kind of get some white ink and make some highlights in there if I decide to get that specific. Okay, let me kind of brush that out and get and I'll have the yellow go up a little higher over on this area. Let me get a nice bit of yellow in that, on those edges. Now I'm going to do some more daubing with water here, just to create a little bit of texture in that sky. And I did the lighter colors first, and I'm kind of coming down, and I especially want to get this area where the reflection of the sun is, and I need to kind of smooth that out and then let that reflection kind of come down. Okay, it's picking up some streaks, and let's kind of see what happens here. Ooh, I like that. I like the white there. Let's do some up in here. And I'll pick that up, and that'll pick up some of that pigment. Ooh, I like that a lot. So, more right there. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Okay, now we're going to do the blue, and we'll put the layout together. And I have some beachy embellishments picked out, but my problem is, oh, I did have an orange. I'm not going to use it. My problem with beachy collections is that they show the beach in the daytime in the sunshine, and that's nice. I'm going to use this Stormy Sky, which is a sort of a grayish blue first, right above the yellow, and then I'll let that blend into the prize ribbon, which will be the darker blue. And get that out of the way. That actually goes over here. This actually could probably work for the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and do that as the background for the whole sky. Now I'm going to do this in a circular motion to get a nice look so that I don't get I like this nice, I want to be sure to come down because that thing is kind of wanting to go up. Now let me go back with this guy and kind of smooth out the transition to the yellow. Here it's I have it coming down to the pink, and I kind of wanted to do that. It's probably going to be covered by the photo, but I like it. Okay, so are we done with our picture here? I'm going to maybe do some more blue across here, kind of darken it. I don't necessarily need it to be quite that purple. I love purple, but and I'm overworking the paper kind of right here, but I think it'll hold up. Let me get this down. Okay, and let me get my, and I'm gonna get some more kind of texture in the sky here. It's picked up some yellow. And I'll bring some of that down into the yellow. And then I'm going to go back here and do some. And I'll bring some of that purple up into the blue. Okay, now oh yes, I do like this. Okay, I think I'm ready to stop overworking the paper. So let's do the reveal of the heart and see where we go from here. Okay, let me get all these things put away, get this over here. Isn't this little unicorn dish cute? It was given to me by my secret sister at one of Heather Little's retreats. And I use it for a million things. It used to be my sequin holder till I got the little triangle thing from Sandy's retreat. Okay, there we are. Oops, there's a little bit of a mess right here. And I can kind of blot that. I'm perfectly okay with it not being perfect because that's what embellishments are for. Okay, so here, and I love how the colors in the filter kind of work nicely with this. Now, so that absolutely says this goes here. So I'm going to move that up a bit and move this down. This I'm not too worried about. Getting right on there. But this, I'm a little concerned. It got, we bought it at the beginning of the concert, and then it kind of got manhandled a bit. So I'm not quite sure. I want to get the horizon straight. And then I have to really get that down. It has his autograph, and I kind of wanted to include that. So I'm having to work it very carefully so that I don't have bubbles. Okay, I don't hate that. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, so now let's see what we can do about this. I have here a few Flair from the Night Sky set from, I think it was November. And I ordered extras of those because I really love them, and I have some left. And the technique in here really looks like the pattern on this Flair. So I want to use this, maybe right here. Let me get it straight with the horizon. Okay, and I've got this kind of orangey one that might look cool. I don't want to cover that, so maybe let me put another layer of foam so that it stands up taller, and I can slide a Flair under it. Oh, come now. I kind of hate to be covering that, but I have to cover some of it. Okay, there is good. And again, I want to get this straight with the horizon. Have it parallel with the horizon. There we go. And then I can do some other embellishments, maybe tickets right there. I think I have some tickets. And then this one, I think I'll put right here, and then I'll try to work it so the title ends up like, so I'll work the title backwards. I was also going to use these because it kind of, the original photo, actually the stage lights kind of looked like fireworks, but I think I'll save those for another time. I have some navy blue, matte navy blue hearts that are perfect. These are Bramble Fox hearts. And I think if Morag sent me a truckload of these, I'd use them all up quickly. They'd be used for sure. Okay. Let me do that. This, I have scrapped about this concert before. I wouldn't call myself a country music fan, but I love Jimmy Buffett, and he's kind of country, but mostly he's tropical. And so Kenny Chesney kind of fits that bill as well. And James had a ticket because someone that was going to go couldn't. I like, this is from 49 and Market. Vintage Artistry Beached. And then this is Simple Stories, Simply Vintage Coastal. And I've got quite a few things in both collections. And I don't really want to overdo, but I do want it to have a beach vibe. So I like this little arrow. You can't go wrong with an arrow, right? Kind of right across the flare. Let's do these tickets kind of like that, and I'm going to put a bit of foam behind them. Well, what I need to do is cut the bottoms off so they end up kind of behind the flare. Okay, and what else can I use? I would love to use this Let's Explore or even this big explosion, and I would right over here if I hadn't used this. But I definitely needed to use that. Okay, so I think I like this chipboard stamp that says relax, and I'm gonna make a little cluster up here. So this might want to go in that cluster. I'm just gonna kind of insert it there. And then I have an anchor somewhere here from 49 in Market. So I'm going to adhere the anchor to the flare. And then I'll add some sequins around there. There is a sailboat here. I think there's a sailboat somewhere else. I've got my eye on that pineapple too. Let's see. I'm gonna take this sailboat I wish there were a way I could make it be behind the... What I should have done was mount this on cardstock and then fussy cut it out, and then I could lift it up. So this could kind of go right there where the sunset... Do I want it there or over here? Over here, it's kind of out there by itself. So I like this. Okay. And then let's go get this pineapple. There's a banana tree that could go there. I don't like that banana tree in the middle of the water. I love that, and I've kind of, to be honest, I've been hoarding it. There is a little word strip here that says tropical vibes, and that's perfect, I think, to go up here. Want to be sure and get it straight because I never, ever do. Okay, now let's do the pineapple. Again, I don't want to cover that. So let's do it up a little higher. But I need something down here. Not sure what. There's a little banner here that says The Beach Life. And that would work. And then I'm pretty much gonna say I'm done with it until I do some, after I do some sequins. I'm really happy with that. I've got a little bit of a kind of a watery spill right there, but it's not really bothering me a whole lot. I've got to change the angle on those hearts. There is a signpost. Let's see if we can work the signpost in right here. I like that. So who can resist, even if you're not a country fan, who can resist a song that starts out with a line about suntan toes tickling in the sand, or tickling the sand. I just, he had me at suntan toes and sand. The word sand is kind of cool. It seems like I have enough. Like I said, I don't want to cover that. Normally I would maybe angle something down over in here, but I'm not going to do it. I do want a seashell though, and it's picking out the best one. And maybe these couple guys, whoops. Well, it's stuck now, so it's just covering up a bit of his guitar. So I'm going to leave them there. Seashell. How about a starfish? Or we've got this conch shell. His fan group, like Jimmy Buffett has parrot heads. His fan group is the No Shoes Nation. Let's see. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and see if this might work. Nope. I don't like it. The seashell and the stickers is this conch shell, and then there's this, so I'm going to go with the conch shell from 49 in Market. Maybe, it would actually cover that up. I don't want anything that big. So I'm back to square one. Let's see what we have a small conch shell here. And do I want it there or do I want it here? I think I like that just as it is now that I've put this there, and oops, that's kind of stuck to it now. Not what I wanted to do. So maybe we do something like that. Yeah, that works. That works for me. So I'll put a little bit of liquid glue and then I'll cover this up. I have a little, there's a little word. A phrase sticker. Okay, how did I have that I liked it? Okay, there's the word relax. And I don't know where I'm going to put it. This says relax too. So this could go maybe right here. On that flare. There we go. Okay, I think I'm done, except for the splatters. And I may need my, I should have done the splatters before I removed this guy. But I'm gonna do this and then kind of cover here. I'm gonna take this purple. I've also got some sequins to do. Okay, so those are a little dark, but they are a nice metallic, and I think this gold is really going to, I'm gonna do these kind of like that so that I can get more specific with their placement. I'll put a little up in the night sky there and some down in the water, particularly right in here. And these will show up, the metal part will show up when they are blotted. And I'm gonna blot differently. Here, I'm gonna go like this. Okay, and like that. And like that. Okay, and these big ones right here. Okay, and the rest of them I'll leave to dry on their own. I may actually add a couple more of the gold ones that I'll let dry as is. Okay, I'm done, except for the sequins. And the sequins are going to be, this is Deep Rose C. I'm gonna kind of scatter a few of the rose colored ones, kind of just on this side of the purple part, the water, and they will be kind of tone on tone, and then I'm going to do some blue ones up here. And I want them to kind of go down in size as they go down. And there are some picking up blue there. I may need to pull out some. There's some that are shaped like flowers, and I'm going to go ahead and use those. Because I like them. They don't have any particular meaning in this context, but you know, what the hey. Okay, I think that's good for the rosy ones. I'm going to put a few of the blue ones up there. And a few like this. And I think as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go do some work in the kitchen and ask Alexa to play me some When the Sun Goes Down. And there's another one. There were several of his songs that I'd heard on award shows or, you know, he's not played on the radio stations that I listen to, but I found that I really liked his music. And then I listened to the Margaritaville channel, and he is played there, so I've heard a few of the songs and could actually sing along, including to When the Sun Goes Down. Oh, come on. I need one more. Blue one. And I've got a little tiny blue one that has fallen out, and you know what that means. I have to find a place for it. Where did it go? Under my thumbnail. That's where you want your sequins, right? Oh, come now. Hopefully there's enough glue on it to make it stick. Okay, I'm done, and I have to tell you, I'm happy with this page. I love my sunset. I don't know if it's really, and I used Distress Oxides. My household item was my scrubber, and I may keep this in the craft room because I love the texture that it added. I mean, look at all of that. And I just dipped it in water. I had thought about dipping it in paint, and I may try that. And my metallic splatters around there. So I have my beachy country concert page. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're inspired to get out and try some things you have lying around the house just in your mixed media. You can almost use anything. So, I mean, we all used to use sponges on our walls, right? So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.